Hello, everyone, and welcome to another elite episode of the Get Authentic with Marcus show. I'm your host, Marques Ogden. On today's episode, we are joined by Valeriya Hjertenaes. And you know what? Here she is. How you doing, Valeriya?
I am doing so great. Thank you so much for giving me this tremendously impactful opportunity. And thank you for being on my show. It was really, really a pleasure to host you, Marcus. And of course, I'm so grateful for this impactful togetherness we are going to experience right now. And thank you for your team. They are also with us. It's very important. So thank you so much to you, all of you guys.
Love it. Valeriya, first question, young lady. What does the word authentic slash authenticity mean to you?
Oh my God, and this is so important. What I actually could have been not tasted. Okay, also tasted, but tested, especially last 3 years. After all of a sudden, I won this big title, Mrs. World Congeniality, which I even don't use on my LinkedIn or in Scandinavia because for them it's no go. But then I had to test really how to stay authentic to my core values because all of a sudden just over the night you kind of get title and you are kind of magnet for so many people and attention, and they're bombing you with a lot of different collaborations, invitations, and you're like this small naive I don't know, kitten there, and don't understand how it really works in this big world. And all of a sudden, that can also challenge your authenticity, right? And for me, I'm so happy still that I'm going my path integrity, which is also my authenticity over applause, over title show offs, all this stuff, which is actually now taking over everywhere. So for me, especially being neurodivergent, and I can explain later for you if people or your audience didn't meet this term yet. So authenticity for us, people with neurodivergence, it's actually, you know what? It's kind of luxury product because to be authentic, it just not be actually just yourself because everybody's authentic, it's just to be yourself. No, and focus not yourself, focus not just, because for us we actually really struggling all our life with over performing, over masking, over pleasing, because we feel shame, guilt that we are not like everybody else, so we cannot be authentic. For us it's so luxury actually to experience that, because for me authenticity is a combination. It's actually to be in alignment between your internal wiring here, especially in your brain, and external expression. And then it's dilemma all the time. Because if you want to stay and be authentic, 100% who you are with neurodivergence, in neurotypical society, it doesn't work. It doesn't function that well because it's a lot of stigma, taboo, prejudice still towards people who are described as too much, too intense, awkward, strange, disabled, disordered. So for us to be authentic, oh my God, this is really, really luxury in our modern society, which is judged by being perfect all the time, especially all the social media. When you just check up, everybody's so perfect. And when you wake up and you have intrusive thoughts, depression, anxiety, all this impulse, you feel so low. And how you can still stay authentical and go there to the wall, say, yeah, but for me, actually, it's so challenging to be myself. So this is really for all people who is neurodivergent. I am feeling with you. It's today in the challenging world. It's actually for everybody. It's like really heroic journey to be 100% authentic. Thank you.
Maria, I love what you said about it's really hard to be 100% authentic because so many people I feel are trying to be what everybody else wants them to be. Social media, I don't think it means to do that. I think sometimes some of the stuff does here and there. But I don't even think when people are posting, they're trying to do that. But what it does, without them even thinking about it, it's constantly putting pressure on people to try to keep up with the Joneses or keep up with others or trying to get them like, I see them doing that. I want that too. And you said it so beautifully. Like, you have to learn to be okay with who you are and that you are more than enough, right, Valeriya? Like, you're more than enough. Like, your story, who you are, I know a little bit about you from being on your show and seeing your content and how you go about your business and your inner circle and your association. And I love it because you are being you. You're not trying to put on a mask or hide your struggles or hide what you've gone through. You're sharing it in a very authentic way, helping people to become the best version of themselves. So, Valeriya, here's my next question. Please tell our global audience a little bit more about yourself, your backstory, and what you're doing currently now to help people with your work.
Thank you so much for complimenting me. It actually means really a lot because it's not that often in my past I could experience directly authentic complimenting because, and actually I'm still learning to take it and be so grateful without feeling actually that I have to give something in return immediately because I'm people pleaser healer, which I'm working on this very hardly every single day. And again, with this neurodivergence, which I has been carrying as a label on me and inside my soul so many years, for us uh, to get compliments and actually to be okay with that was like, oh, this is about me, really? Because all the time we were like put, you are not worthy, you are not good enough as you are disordered, you are disabled. But short story, when I'm talking about I'm neurodivergent, I had no idea 2 years ago even what it means because I discovered this term being in mental institution for 4 weeks myself. And now I'm actually very proudly talking about this because I do believe this path, when you are openly asking about help and therapy, it's not weakness, it's actually very big strength. Because if people believe that this is so easy just to take break everything from your family, society, all you engage and be authentic 100%, first of all with yourself, that you know what, you can sit and think, wow, I'm a grown up girl, I have achieved that and that in the world, but actually I don't have alignment between how I function and what's going on like in real world now, and I need help. This takes a lot of strength and authenticity, right? Because you can mask, and then it's short term how much you can mask that you are actually okay. But if your energy, frequency, and actually brain are not in harmony with everything and with your body and soul, it's not long term solution. So one day it was again one of these periods with my neurodivergent, and I have OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. And people who doesn't know that, it's actually not just being kind of cleaning or having this stuff ordered, it's also about intrusive thoughts, it's patterns, some thoughts and impulses that are coming and they're really fighting and they're battling in your heads. And actually it can be a very challenging time, which is of course is connected with anxiety and depression. And then it's up to you, or sit and do nothing and follow the steps of pityness, pity party, victimhood, because we all have traumas, right? My trauma, I know, come from my childhood. And then you can sit many days like, okay, and do nothing with that, just feeling pity, or you can take action, really responsible action, because now we are grown ups and we are examples for our communities, for our families and children. And I know, Marcus, you also have beautiful children. They are watching us every day, right? And they exactly copy not what we are saying, but how we're acting. So for me, one day was I just took the steering wheel and I drove to this mental institution for 2 years ago. And I said, guys, I need help. I know I have this diagnosis. I have OCD and I know a lot of mechanism because I've been on therapy more than 15 years. But that day, actually, it was so intense, so scary. So I admitted authentically, I need really help to be responsible, helping in my community and everything. I'm proud Ukrainian. I have two master's degree and soon I have PhD where I also patiently advocating for neurodiversity leadership from not lack of empathy or deficit based model, but I'm trying to encourage people globally to change narrative about neurodiversity, that it's not weakness, it's our mental and cognitive uniqueness. This is big passion for me. And from my show, that now I'm really proud. I started my show, which is podcast, but I call it very ironically and funny Pishcast, because I started my podcast being in my pajama in mental institution, right? And Lisa, beautiful Lisa, which is now a friend of yours and mine, CEO of City of Angels Film Festival, right? She is amazing. And she celebrated me because I won Breakthrough Podcast of the Year. And she knows the story, actually, right? So it started from humble beginnings, but from very genuine like decision not to get more visibility or to have it or use it like brand. No, to go outside and help people. Look at me. Yes, you can be model, you can be on global stages, yes, you can achieve that and that. Still, I'm like many other people. I have all these issues, challenges. And look, people, if we united can help each other to raise awareness, how we can emotional regulate us. We can do a lot of stuff in togetherness, actually. Starting from empathy and being authentical, actually curious about each other. Not judgmental approach, but authentical approach. Thank you.
I love that. I love that. So, Valeria, here's my next question.
Mhm.
When you think about, right, how does being authentic allow you to be the best version of you and excel in the chosen career path that you have chosen to embark upon?
Amazing. And actually, this is so true. I am the person now who likes to pause, breathe, and giving feedback to myself. And I know many people still they go on autopilot, and they on this autopilot actually, which is also driven by social media because you're scrolling so fast and you're kind of diving in this hole of comparison, which is even Einstein said the greatest thief of joy, it's comparison, right? But be authentical, it's so brave, but it takes courage and it takes a lot of self work, self awareness, self advocacy, and then you have stop actually and talk to yourself authentically and also evaluate, taking feedback from yourself, from your environment. And for me, this is actually one of the engines that save my energy and helps me to be and live in alignment with my core values, because I'm still so big advocate that it's integrity over applause, right? And then it it's kind of my navigator how I should start my morning and actually execute a lot through the day. Sometimes I cannot execute a lot. Actually, with this neurodivergence, I have to be even kind to myself. I understand today, I cannot do this. I can show up just a little bit, but it's already brave because it's authentical to who I am. And I'm trying every single day start my morning with gratitude meditation, where again and again I have to remind myself that to be myself, even with all this what I'm experienced, to be authentical. This is my main vision, purpose, and calling being here like myself uniquely, right? I don't need to be anybody else. Everybody else actually already taken, right? And I have to stay in alignment with my core values. And it helps me to navigate through the day like GPS kind of, like, because when I open like Instagram or another media, it's like a lot of distraction, disruptive patterns immediate. Oh, should I do this, or should I do TED talk, or should I be on some summit to participate keynote, and should I be better because of somebody doing this? And then like I'm rolling back like, Valeria, come on, breathe, pause. What is actually your authentic core values? What is your mission, vision, purpose in this world, right? Go back, pause. You don't have to be everywhere, and actually you don't have to compare yourself. You have to be motivated and be open to learn. Like, you're my motivator now, but it's genuinely like, even I know you're so authentic on everything what you are doing. Of course, I'm so happy to see it, and authentically I'm happy for you. But it's also filter. So many people, like, if they are not authentically happy for you, actually they got jealous and envy. It's kind of filter as well. Like, I lost so many friends when I won this big title, though I know they know how much actually I struggle still. But like, oh, she's fake. Maybe everything what she's doing about depression, OCD, it's just her, like, brand now. No, it's not. For me, the most important, it's my GPS through the day, and actually through my life, to be proudly the upper, the best version of myself. It's how I can help to my kids, family, friends, community, in every interaction, even our interaction. I should be myself. Thank you.
Valeria, if you're not going to be yourself, if you can't be yourself with the people you're around, then you don't need to be around those people. Those people that aren't happy for you, aren't full of joy for you. Like, you want an award, amazing. Anytime somebody asks me about you or Lisa or your podcast or your brand, I was telling one of my clients about you yesterday, how I met you through being on Daniel Wood's podcast. You heard me. Then I came on your amazing podcast. Then you connected with Lisa, who's amazing. And then now here you are on my podcast. I joined Lisa's advisory board because that's the type of associations, that's the type of inner circle, those type of people I want to be around. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. You have to remember, not everybody is going to be along with you and stay with you on your journey. And that's okay, because everybody's not designed to thrive through the eye of the storm. Valera, here's another question I have for you. I heard you talk about when things come around, you get very, very, a lot's getting thrown at you. You say, just calm down, take a moment, don't go too crazy, get yourself, aligned, regrounded. I love that because an inspirational leader, right, Valeria? They master the art of staying calm under intense pressure. They learn how to keep themselves being proactive, not reactive under very intense situations, hardships, and or adversity. How do you teach people with your message, with your podcast, with your story, how to stay calm under intense pressure? Therefore, they become an inspirational leader that can help others when pressure gets intense and or high.
Thank you so much. Genuinely grateful for this question, because it's exactly today kind of also new era for me and my beautiful new, I really mention and mean it, sent by God, business and partner and friend and greatest ally now, Claire Z. And I actually know also you guys have been chatted and interacted a little bit. And it's how we met a couple of weeks ago, actually, by calling of wisdom and some, there is never a coincidence. It's like you said, when you are doing the right things, so God or the greatest creator right with the right people and within the right setting and timing. And it's a exactly about this wisdom, how you can be in alignment with your emotions. And now top executives, really, they know it's not actually, when they execute something, it's not anymore about just profit, title, status, even not greatest revenue. It's about their aligned with actually consciousness and deep awareness who they are, how they are engaged in self-governance, self-empowerment, self-leadership. And they know by that how they can self empower themselves. First of all, um, they understand that leadership, the greatest and skills, it's to be visible, and it's not ownership. It's not should be executed by control and even not speed of execution, but by your conscious approach to self leadership, right? And then you should understand that also leadership is always visibility and it's responsibility, and you should be responsible first of all how you can manage your energy patterns, how you should regulate your nervous system, right? And it's all this wisdom how all this puzzle should be really played very harmonically. And it's exactly the new program which is called Real Focus. We are going to teach now, me and Claire, in togetherness, how people can really be not, like you said, really reactive, but they can breathe forth, first of all, and start being more conscious about impact by even energy. You know, that how much we don't actually how much we don't speak about the energy and frequency we impact each other, but we can feel it. Even like you and me, we feel that this is we are in line, right? We're on the same frequency. And I think more and more people now, and especially in the leadership domain, they're coming to this holistic approach, that not being really reactive, but stop, pause, first be aligned so much with their core values. First of all, they should actually find out what are their core values. It's like high performance car. You can drive it blindlessly, right? Without actually authentic alignment with your inside. You don't know how your engine actually works. It's safe, it's healthy engineer side or not. Or you should be conscious what's actually your engine, what's actually your core values. It's like, your GPS is like your head, right? You have final destination by your GPS, but you should also know what kind of values should take you to this final destination. And this is actually so powerful, but then it's tremendous self job, self discipline, self reflection, right? And you cannot do it in noise, in all this noise. You should be boldly actually determined, sit with yourself, talk to yourself, find everything how you should be the most greatest alignment with yourself. First of all, it's how you can empower yourself, and then you can go outside and make this ripple effect and impact other people. Thank you.
Valeriya, fantastic interview. I took great notes. I have a great authentic tip. But before that, if our audience wanted to support your podcast, if our audience wanted to support you or get in touch with you, how would they go about doing that?
Thank you so much. That's why I love this powerful collaboration. Like you and me, we are really, really rooting for each other. We are actually driven by a great spirit of contribution and belief in service. We are here on the earth in the sake of service for our communities, humanity, close people, of course. And that's why how we can make even greater impact. So people, I love interaction, authentic interaction, no chatbots, no all this. I love answering DM, direct messages. So please, if you want to know more about my story or to participate in my podcast, I'm always more than happy to dive and facilitate the space for other story. So you go to Instagram, it's Mrs. World Congeniality. or Valeriya Hjertenaes. The same Valeriya Hjertenaes on LinkedIn, Facebook, or my homepage, Valeriya Impact Global. We'll be more than happy to be in service in authentically.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have that information in the show notes. Again, phenomenal interview with an amazing person, just sensational. And the authentic tip of this great interview in life, remember, in your personal life, in your professional life, not everybody that starts the journey with you is going to be there for the long haul. And that's okay. Remember this: be bold, be confident, be courageous. Be you. You are the one that has to wake up and look at yourself every single day. So do what you know you need to do to become the person that you want to be. Again, my name is Marques Ogden. I am the host of the Get Authentic with Marques show. Thanks for tuning in. Have a fantastic day.